All right, so our third assignment this week, or excuse me, our third assignment of the year is our powers and our roots. Okay, we're going to be covering two topics today, powers and square roots. Powers is nothing more than a synonym for exponents. Okay, powers is a synonym for our exponents, and exponents are our raised numbers. So some of our examples may be something like 8 to the third power. Okay, so our exponent in this problem would be the 3. 8 would be our base. All right, and when it comes to dealing with exponents, our exponents tell us how many times. So for this particular problem, we are going to use 3 eighths. So that means we get to use 3 eighths, and anytime we work with exponents, it's all about multiplication. So for this problem, we need to multiply 3 eighths. 8 times 8 times 8. Now for most of us, we probably know that 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 8, most of us probably do not know that. So hopefully somewhere on your homework assignment, I'm going to see some multiplication. You can do 64 times 8. For those of you that are fans, lattice multiplication would be completely acceptable. Okay, either one of these versions you can do. 8 times 4 is 32, carry the 3. 8 times 6 is 48, 49, 50, 51, 512. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 6 is 48. Add our diagonals, 2, 11, we get 512 as well. So either version is completely acceptable, but again, this is not something we know off the top of our head, so we should be seeing this on your paper tonight. Okay, one special case that we need to look at with exponents, all right, 10 to the 0 power. All right, we can see 0 as an exponent, and we have proved in class, okay, that anytime we have the 0 power, our answer is 1. We have a very extended proof of that, which I am not going to go into here. You can see me in class if you need proof of that, but the 0 power makes 1. Even if we have 1964 to the 0 power, we get 1. All right, so anytime we deal with 0 power, 1 is our result. And now we can start to combine things. So you may see on your worksheet tonight something such as this. Okay, so again, we want to take care of our exponent first. So looking at our exponent, this means we got 3 3's. Multiplication. No symbol. All right, we've discussed this earlier. Anytime we do not have a symbol in between, that's an automatic times 4. So we also have a multiply 4. So once we expand this, this really turns into just one big multiplication problem. Another technique, since it is all multiply, we may want to go 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. And now we can just multiply 12 times 9. So again, that would be 12 times 9, 18, carry the 1, 9 times 1, plus 1 makes 10. We get 108. All right, so different variety of those, but that's our exponents and powers that we will deal with for the first half of your homework tonight. Now, second half of your homework here this evening then deals with our square roots. Okay, our square root symbol looks like this. Actually, looks like this. Okay, now if you're in a math book, or Mr. Wolfe puts it, or one of your math teachers puts this on the board, we may write this whole thing out, and we may see something like the square root of 100. Okay, if you're using a calculator, or you're online using your computer, all right, sometimes technology shortens up the square root symbol so that it's just got a little bar instead of the full bar. Both of these are equal, all right? They both mean the same thing. That's just how they do things. So we just have to be ready to see both versions. Either case, we're dealing with the square root of 100. Now, square root, all right? Square root is all about knowing your times tables. So what number times itself? Okay, we'll slang it up for you there. All right, that's simple definition when it comes to square root. What number times itself? So if I'm looking for the square root of 100, I want to know what number times itself equals 100. And so most of us maybe can whip that right off the top of our head. 10 times 10. So square root of 100, 10. Okay, because 10 times 10 is equivalent to 100. All right, and it really doesn't get much more complicated than that. We just throw in some bigger numbers, or we throw in some different numbers. We may see the square root of 49. Again, this is not division. Okay, this is not division. What number times itself makes 49? We may have to go through our times tables. 5 times 5, 6 times 6, 7 times 7 is the one we're looking for. Okay, so the square root of 49 is 7. So that should be enough to get you through the worksheet this evening. Please make sure you do all of them. Show the work as needed. Okay, so again, stuff like this, your math teacher should be seeing you work it out. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. We probably don't need to see that very much because you should already know that. Okay, so show work as needed, but please stay away from turning a paper in with just all the answers written on it, because we know you have to do a little bit to come up with it, and we want to see it. All right, have a good night, and as always, if you have any questions, please bring them to your math teachers first thing in the morning, and we will address them. Have a good night.